What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Dirt 4. Now today I'm going to be checking out the Opel Ascona 400. I thought this car was interesting because I haven't actually seen this car before. We'll just have a little bit of a better look at it. It's in the H3 rear-wheel drive class in Historic Rally. Yeah, the Opel Ascona 400, not a car that I've ever seen before. It actually looks pretty cool, so today we're going to check it out. We're going to see how it drives. We're going to be going to two different stages, one in Sweden, one in Spain, so let's get into it. Alright, so here we go on the Swedish it's not circuit, on the Swedish rally stage. So this is only the, I think, the second time I've driven in Sweden. Yeah, I haven't actually done a campaign race in Sweden yet, so this is only the second time I've ever driven on a Swedish stage. I do quite like Sweden. You know, any of the snowy ones are they can be quite scary because you feel really claustrophobic because you've got like the snowbanks up the side. So it is, I'd say that this is probably one of the harder, more difficult of rally stages, because, or kind of rally locations should I say, because the snow just makes it really hard. If you get, you know, your bumper or a wheel or whatever into the snow, it will drag you just into the field basically and into the snow, so you have to be careful of that. So far this car seems pretty nice. It is rear-wheel drive, so that's something to, you know, be aware of, because it will be sliding around a little bit if you're not careful like that. It does seem that in this game it's actually not too bad when it comes to you know, dipping a wheel into the snowbank. I know on Dirt Rally it would really kind of get in the way, and you know, it'd really drag you away from, which way are we going? Right? No, we're not going right. Sorry, I can't hear the co-driver, so I don't really know which way to turn. I need to focus on that a little bit more. I have turned him down a little bit because I thought, you know, having his voice over my voice may be a little bit distracting. So I've turned him down a little bit, which means I can't really hear him at all now. So I'm just having to look up every once in a while to see what the pace notes are. But yeah, I'm liking this car so far. I really am. It's quite a nice car to drive. I haven't really driven any other cars in this category. I had a quick go with the BMW M3 E30. That's the only other car I've driven though. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to drive any others yet. But I think I actually prefer this over the BMW from the small little drive I had of it. I actually kind of prefer how this one drives. You can really chuck it around. Ooh, getting a little bit slidey there. That's where the rear-wheel drive is a little bit scary. We may be losing time here. I don't know if we're out in front or not. We were. I don't know if we're going to be though. Let's see what we're like at the end of this run. Oh, we are going across the end sideways. I was about to say we're going across the Marshall sideways. That doesn't make sense at all, does it? I just read the word Marshall and come to a stop. There we go. And said something random. There we go. 2:15.602. I think we did finish in first place there actually, so I'm pretty happy about that. Yes, we did. How far away was second? 2:23. Even though I couldn't hear the co-driver, and the fact that we turned the wrong way on a hairpin, we actually still somehow got first place. So now let's see how the Opel Ascona 400 drives in a Spanish stage. Alright, so we're now in Spain, and I've decided to go for night time just to have something a little bit different. I haven't really driven at night at all in this game yet, so it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. Obviously the visibility with it being nighttime, not as good, especially in the cockpit. The cockpit is really dark. I'd expect they'd, you know, have some lights in there or something, but apparently not. So what the experience I've had so far on Spanish stages is that they are more of my sort of thing, because oh god, because they are on tarmac, and because I'm used to, you know, street racing and circuit racing, things like that. Just the style of this kind of, oh god, oh my god, the style of this sort of track is more my sort of thing. However, when you can't hear the pace notes, well, then it becomes a little different. It becomes a little bit more difficult, let's say, because we just had a rather big crash there. I really do need to, you know, look at that a little bit more, but it's hard to keep your eyes on the road and look at the pace notes. It really is, and not being able to hear them as well is is a big disadvantage, I would say. We are quite a bit down so far. This car actually seems a little bit more slidey on the tarmac. I wasn't expecting that. I'd expect it to be worse, especially on snow. But it's actually really, really slidey on here. I don't know why that is. I quite liked driving this at the Swedish rally stage. However, here it's fun. It definitely is fun throwing the car around. However, it is a bit slidey for my liking. I'm having to be quite careful on the brakes because if I brake too much, the back kind of gets out a little bit. So I'm having to be a little bit careful there. And yeah, I mean, just around there, I can't get on the power quite as much as I would expect, unless, because you know that happens otherwise. So it is. Oh god, it is really quite the slidey beast. This one. I've got to tame the beast before I crash into a wall. Saying that I've already done that, and I did like a bloody. Is it an endo when you go up like a wheelie on the front? Is that an endo? I think it is. I don't know. I'm not really a bike person, but there we go. Because cars can't really do endos. I mean, most cars can't really do wheelies, but there you go. We are only just behind the what I believe is the first place car. The one you can see on the left there, that little arrow. I believe the red arrow is me. The grey arrow, I think, is the top driver. I'm not too sure. We're right next to him right now. It's going to be a little bit close. I don't know if we're going to quite do it. I'm trying my hardest here to get as fast as possible. We're sliding out of there. I don't think we're going to quite do it. We're going to get third though, and I'll take that because you know we were basically on our front bumper and pointing backwards at the start of the race. So I will take a third place in that stage. So yeah, that was the Opel Ascona. We finished second in the championship altogether, which, you know, whatever. I don't really care. Doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, there we go. That was the Opel Ascona 400. If there are any other cars you'd like me to check out in Dirt 4, please tell me. I'll be doing videos just kind of randomly on Dirt 4. However, I'd like to focus, you know, because I wanna have videos have specific titles and specific things that we do in the video. And I thought the easiest way to do that is just to you know, just to look at different cars. Here is our big bloody crash. Can't see too much because it's so dark, but there we go. Yeah, so if there's any particular cars you'd like me to check out in Dirt 4, please tell me in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed, please go ahead, like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.